I'm going for a walk. I'm going for a walk. Gonna come with me? It is the 2nd of April 2026. It's a lovely morning, kind of. It's overcast, but not fairly still. Where's my notes? Well, I don't know where my notes are. But I do remember it's actually 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 10 degrees Celsius. About 59% humidity, I think it was. It's overcast, and there is a chance of rain today. Yesterday, mostly sunny all day long, high in the low 60s. Today, might get up to 60. And then but a chance of rain all day long. Did it sneak up on them? Did it just sort of appear out of nowhere? I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention to the forecast yesterday, other than to see that it said sunny. Usually one of the abstracts, is that the right word? No, discussions, the forecast discussions. There is a possibility that this will happen, but it's pretty low, so we're not putting it in the forecast, that kind of thing. So that's probably what happened. Even though this isn't Polk, I just remembered there's a place called Cox Creek. It's a little park that this time of year, the entire understory of the woods there is just poke plants, and they're all little, short, and ready to be made into poke salad. And I should drive over there and get some. I'm going to go downtown and work for a minute today, and then I'm going to go hang out with a friend of mine and his son and play yard games, yard darts or bocce ball or something like that. Are you coming? Her nose is working overtime today. It's despite all that, it's really kind of pretty. This is Derby Day. The Kentucky Derby is run today. It should be pretty fast track conditions, even if it does rain, because doesn't sound like they're expecting much. And it looks from the radar like it's kind of sprinkling all around here. I haven't felt a drop yet, so knock on wood that this is as bad as it's going to get. But or at least for those people that are out there in the infield, unprotected. A little cold to be caught outside in the rain. I can't. I didn't even think. I did go look and see how much tickets were. The infield is like $150 something, and that doesn't include the Ticketmaster fees and all that other crap. The last turn of the infield is over $500 for a ticket to get in to the damn infield. It's like, if you're not on the rail, which you'd have to get there first thing in the morning and save your spot, you're barely going to see the tops of the heads of the horse riders. It's kind of bitching about that. It's like, because it used to be like $20 or something to get into the infield until not that long ago. But like with all sort of public spectacles and events, they decided, rather than price it to where the average person can go, they'll just price it at the what the market will bear price, which of course prices out at the way our wealth distribution is in this country, that prices out probably 80 or 90% of people. Because I don't personally know anyone. I do. The guy I work for and his wife could afford to go to it. I've actually got several clients that could afford to go to it. They probably won't. But what is it? I can't even remember. Some of the boxes are $50,000 to $100,000 for seats. Just nuts. But that's the way America works now. It's if you're just an average person, screw you. You don't get to go to the ball game. You don't get to go to the concert. You've got to save up a month's income to go to see, Taylor Swift. Whereas when I was a youngin', back in the 80s and 90s, you know, you could get a ticket for what, anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks to go to a stadium concert. Most of them were general admission, meaning you went in and you either got on the floor standing up, or you got up in the stands and sat down, but you just went where there was room. Now it's all tiered pricing and like a separate area on the floor in front of the stage that cost a fortune. It's just disgusting, and none of the bands do anything about it. They could rent venues and not use Ticketmaster, where you have it to where you actually have to go to the door and buy a ticket and go in. Let people line up like we did in the old days, and have some kind of you don't have to have a gazillion-dollar laser show, with 50 dancers and robot lights everywhere and all that stuff. You don't have to. You can put on a pretty damn decent light show with a few of those, automated lights, and just regular cans, and maybe a few spotlights. So you need, 4 people to 5 people to run the lights during the show. But now, the way they do it now, there's 100 people out there that just running around trying to get all these lights reset, and it takes them 3 days to set up the stage. And it's not necessary. You can just have a really good concert. Oh, Dakota's decided to take yet another dump. At this point, they're probably pretty nasty, so I'm gonna turn away. Actually, here, I'll just walk past her calmly as she takes care of this. Yeah, she has a tendency to, when we leave the house, within a half a mile or so, she'll take a regular dump, usually big, and then the next one, about another quarter mile on, she'll do another one that is all, soft serve. And then she just, every once in a while for the rest of the walk, she'll just kind of squirt out some. It's like, what? Why is this? You don't do this unless we do these long walks. I mean, if she does, she's secretly doing it in the backyard when I've never seen her do it. Our backyard is quite large, and there are places back there that she is not readily in sight. So who knows? Maybe she is sneaking them in, but I kind of don't think she is. A lot of times she doesn't even leave the porch. She'll just go out there and be regal, lay down and stare at the interstate judgingly. That's pretty back in here now that it's almost all greened out. Notice that some of the cypress trees around here are way behind everything else. Ooh, I wonder what this said. This is one of those informational doohickeys. What does it say? Blue something. Blue Ka. Well, underneath of this, there's some information. It's a good thing the city takes such good care of its stuff. That is 1,000% satire, or I don't know, sneering sarcasm. That's the Ohio over there. Yeah, these cottonwoods are enormous. I don't know if I mentioned that I did look up cottonwood, what its uses are and stuff. Apparently it's very strong, hard wood, but almost impossible to finish. It just perpetually has a rough surface to it. I think stringy might have been one of the words used. So I'm guessing it's kind of like poplar except worse. Speaking of poplar, at this place I've been working on forever, there's like a big, great big room, which is going to be a community center. They're going to have concerts and whatnot in it. But we've been finishing that off. It's like the last part of that building that needs, on the inside, that needs to be, have anything done to it. And they had me make a kind of a bar along one wall, and we used the old timber out of the that we took out when we were fixing the building. So it's old poplar floor joists and poplar studs and roof rafters, but all from old growth poplar, which is a whole different animal than the stuff you can buy in the store today. Super tight grain, variations in color. Like the top of it's made out of 3 separate pieces, and the middle one is like really dark. But I cleaned those up real nice. Ran the tops through the planer, so they've got a really nice flat top to them. But I didn't get them completely flat on purpose. I left a few, divots and old-looking bits in there, and I left the outside edge untouched. Well, I mean, not untouched. I took a cut brush to it and removed all the loose stuff. But it's, it was most of those. Actually, all 3 of those, I'm pretty sure, were under parts of it that were. When we started working on the building, it had holes in the roof, and had holes in the roof for God knows how long, easily 50 years. Now I'm going to say probably longer than that. That building kind of stood mostly abandoned, kind of used for storage by a couple of different companies. And one group bought it, and they tried to put in a business making, like beeswax based stuff and honey, and they had just beehives everywhere. They planted a bunch of flowering things, grapevines, some pear trees, a fig, which was, I think, kind of cruel to the fig. It never produces fruit. Well, they're little tiny ones, but right about the time it starts to make them, it gets cold and they die. And then it dies all the way back. Well, there's some kind of tournament going on here. I noticed someone with a KPGA hat on. But there's a lot of people on the golf course today, and they are actually pulling their bags around instead of riding in their fancy go-karts. So now, this is my favorite part. Am I going to be able to get through here today? It kind of looks like it may have collapsed enough over here that I've got a place to step up. Yeah, if this isn't too muddy. Let me get an angle on it. So, and grab the fence, and I'm up. Okay. Well, that was easier than it's been in many months. So anyway, they're actually out there walking around to hit the balls. Though I much prefer walking this way than that way. But that's just me. I'm also not very good at golf. I don't mind trying to hit the ball, but I'm not good at it. Striking balls with other objects has never been one of my things. I mean, except for tennis. I actually was really pretty good at tennis back when I was 18, 19. I think I played a little bit up into my 20s, and then just kind of I don't even have a racket now. But I used to really enjoy I liked watching it, and I liked playing it. I could do that Andre Agassi jump up in the air for your serves, and I would say maybe 1 in 6 of them actually landed. But if it did, the people on the other side were just hopeless. There was no way they were going to get it, because from that, hitting it from that high down towards the outside edge, it's just going to just rocket out of the side of the court. And usually people are standing, waiting in the middle back there. There's no way they're going to get to it. And I was really good with the returning and all that stuff. But as a matter of fact, I remember there was a friend of mine, really competitive. If somebody beat him at something, he just stopped doing it. And I just whipped him at tennis one day. We hadn't played together in weeks and weeks. And he came and played, and I mean, I just destroyed him. But I just had a really good game, And boy, the poison ivy is coming up hard right now. That's poison ivy. But yeah, he never played golf again. And then the next year he was playing racquetball a lot. And my friend Carl beat him, and he never played racquetball again. And I remember much, much earlier than that, back when we were in high school, we were at an arcade, and I got on the joust game, and he had like the top 3 or 4 scores on it. And I don't know, I got in the zone, as they say. I mean, it was almost like I was reacting ahead of time to everything on the game, and played it until I think it just said the end. And it was, my score was more than double his highest score, which had been on that machine for months, and he never played it again. I don't understand. It's like, I was playing darts with my ex last night, and she came within like 1 shot of beating me, and she was beating me the entire game. And it's like, that's, competition. That's what's fun. When you're really having to work, and if you miss something, it can be an absolute tragedy, which it was many times during that game. And I mean, I just barely eked it out. I think I won by a single bullseye at the very end. More poison ivy. It's awfully lush looking, isn't it? Shiny. In case you don't know how to tell, that is poison ivy. It's shiny. Three leaves and shiny. And I've lost my dog. I see her tail. She's way back there. So I wonder what of the madness I should rant about today. There's the James Comey thing, which is just so dumb. Oh, I know from mobsters. Mobsters say that. It's like, no, it's what restaurant people say when they're out of stuff, or if they want someone thrown out. I don't know what that is. Pretty. This is, what's that called? Lamb's ear, I think. Or it means you've run out of something, or that you've taken something off the menu. Yeah, when they say 86 something, you go up to the chalkboard and you erase it. You don't murder anything or anyone. And I saw on, I think Blue Sky, a person wrote that said they were an attorney, I think a public defender actually, but they had worked for I think the FBI or something like that. And she said her job for several years was transcribing phone taps from gangsters. And she said she never once heard 86 used as a term for killing someone. So, I mean, just on the just pure absurdity is why one reason it should be thrown out. I mean, it is just, even Pam Bondi wasn't willing to do this stupid shit. But this bunch of sycophants that orange moron has shoved into positions of power, he's going to find somebody that is dumb enough, evil enough, and craven enough to violate the Constitution and the rule of law at his whim. And he is going to figure that out. Oh, I lost my dog again. Nah, I didn't really lose her. She just went down there. I can hear her crunching around. Okay, I can kind of vaguely see her back in there. Crunch, crack. So anyway, that's dumb. This Iran war, similarly stupid. Just a, war on a whim. There was no reason to go in there. If that dumb fuck hadn't canceled Obama's deal, which I can't remember the name of it. Oh, there's a bunny. That's what she's looking for. Yeah, you should probably go the other way and hide. See ya. Oh, yes. Now he's on the other side of the fence. He'll be fine. Sneaky little rabbit. Now, all right. There she is. You missed it. But you had fun looking for it, didn't you? She keeps getting browner and browner. I mean, she was just jet black when I got her. And now her flanks and her haunches have that kind of dark chocolate color going on. All right, there was the Iran war. I just, you can't just arbitrarily change your mind all the time and be trusted. But I kind of think that that's the goal here, is that the United States be completely untrusted by the rest of the world, because some thin-skinned asshole needs to stay out of prison. So he's trying to make sure that his masters keep their information and blackmail material secret, because there's nobody that guy cares about other than himself. Not a single person. Should I do the rest of this? No, I'm going to go home because it's about to rain and I need to go work. Hey, Dakota, let's go this way. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, this way. Come on. Yeah, this is the direction. Yeah, look how many people are out here. It's never this full. I wonder why they're doing it on Derby Day. Well, I guess they all gather in the clubhouse and watch the horses run once they're done with their day of competing out here on the links. So, I mean, I'm guessing these people have caddies. Oh, what a weird lifestyle. I smell honeysuckle. I smell it pretty strongly. Where is it? My whole front yard or front fence right now is just an absolute sea of honeysuckle, and it's the real native stuff, so it smells fantastic. The Japanese honeysuckle just does not smell good at all. Come on, he doesn't have any snacks for you. Yeah, there's people everywhere. No, we're not going back in there. Come on. Hey. Hey. All right, let's go do up to the top. And then we'll cut through. Actually, no, I don't want to. I don't have any off on. Come on. Let's head home. There are plenty of deer back in here, and I don't want any ticks. Dakota! This way. Come on. Thank you. Let's see, what else? See, that's the thing. There's just like this constant fire hose of just awfulness. It's like, what do you do? I did like the King of England gave him the bell end from a submarine. Come on, no. I know you want to go that way. Come on. Well, she's trying hard to convince me to go in there. Ordinarily, I would. It's a really nice walk back through there. I forgot what I was ranting about. The joys of being outside. Now, when I left the house, I put on my cold weather raincoat, which is it's a light jacket with a hood with waterproofy kind of material. It just has a light quilted inside. Oops. Let's try the other side. So yeah, it's just like quilted inside. I think my mother gave that to me. So I'm starting to warm up a little bit. I also had a scarf, or have a scarf on. I just kind of had it on just now. And it's going in my other pocket on the other side from my sock hat. Will you come on? You and that nose. Fontaine Estates. And all these people on the right hand side of that street were bummed when all these mansions came in. So we're gonna head back over that way. I'm actually gonna turn this off for a minute because my hand's getting numb. Come here. Hey, buddy. So now we're walking along Northeastern Parkway. It's the big old houses on that side that look at the golf course. I guess these were mansions back when they were built. I like that Spanish tile on that one over there. So anyway, what I was so rudely interrupted myself with, I was talking about the visit of King Charles, and Charles gave him a bell off of the back end of a boat, and the boat was named Trump. And I don't know if anybody ever told him later that the bell end is either an asshole idiot or the head of a cock. And the word Trump in British slang means dick. So they gave him a dickhead. I wonder if he thinks that the King of England is still like an absolute ruler. He probably does. He's not smart. He's not smart. He'll get hit by a car. Well, you know, I don't have anything else to rant about. Just walk down here to, right down here, we are going to turn right and meander into the neighborhood. It's pretty. Yellow flowers. Good. Starting to see some color. Oh, those are gorgeous fake flowers. Should have put fake roses out today. It's the run for the roses. Ooh, I haven't noticed that old truck before. Alright, I'm going to turn this off for a little while again. I'm going to go meander through this neighborhood and back to the house. It's kind of wild that there's banana trees that can grow up here now. But that might have something to do with the shifting zones, weather zones, climate zones. What temperature you can raise things at. I'm blanking on the right term for it. I think that those sounds are a little bit, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed you can't program your own noises into those EVs. So if I got an EV, I would want it to do chitty chitty bang bang. That kind of thing. Or I don't know, maybe a worried voice like, oh no, oh, here comes a car, oh no. That would also be fun. What was that cartoon character, Snaggletooth? No, was that Snaggletooth? No, that was. I think that's that. The dog. The. Ah, shoot! I'm not getting my cartoon sounds right today. You would think I would be all bright-eyed at this point. Hey, the sun's kind of coming out. Sort of. There's a little bit of blue up there right next to it. So this is the Shawnee neighborhood that we're walking through in the notorious West End of Louisville. This has a bad reputation. It's just racist white people, because it's very nice here, and if you look at the crime stats on Limp D's website, there's hardly anything that happens out here in this particular area. You know, compare that with like the Highlands, which is where the rich white people live. There's crime all over the place. Burglaries, assaults, the occasional murder. But no, it's this part of town where all the brown people live. That's where the problems are. Why are you going that way? Hey. No. We're going this way. Come on. Come on. I don't want to go back to Bank Street. Let's go. Come. What are you doing? Who are you staring at? Come. Let's go. Thank you. What was that? No, we're not going that way. Come on. Reluctant dog. Yeah, they got a whole pack of little tiny dogs over here. Yeah, they are actually one of the reasons that I started walking her off leash, because during the snow she lunged towards them and I ended up on my butt. That happened a couple more times when there was a bunch of snow on the ground, so I took her off the leash and she was actually better behaved off the leash than she was on it. Which isn't to say she was badly behaved, but she did tend to pull on it. Now when I do put her on the leash, she's a slack leash walker. She doesn't like to have it taut, her collar taut around her neck. There's usually a little dog that barks in that house right there. Yeah, I kind of always thought this neighborhood would be a lot flatter than it is. I mean, it's not hilly like the Highlands or Clifton, which is named after the cliffs in the area, which I think are man-made actually because of the they were coring stone out of there. I almost bought a house over there. I kind of wish I had. It's just I was never going to get a loan for it because it was so eat up with termites. That's what sucks, is that I am perfectly capable of repairing it. I mean, it's what I do for a living. But they won't give you a loan to fix an old house. Alrighty, I'm going to pause again. I haven't seen the blimp today. That's the first toad advertisement I've seen. They're making a turnaround. Churchill Downs is over in that direction. So there'll be 2 or 3 more of them here pretty soon. They usually have the blimp though. Got a song that I wrote in New Orleans called Fool's Night Out. It's kind of a Mardi Gras song. I changed it, the lyrics to use up here and just call it Crazy Derby Night Times instead of Crazy Mardi Gras. Or not times, sounds. Because it's slightly similar though. I guess if you're on a drug and booze fueled day of madness, Derby, Mardi Gras, whatever. Mardi Gras is more fun though, because it's an entire city that's going crazy. It's not only an entire city, it's an entire region that's having a big ass party. There's more bananas, and there's bananas on the other side. They're behind a garbage can though. Oh look, there's even more bananas. 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. There's another one up there on the right. 5 yards that have bananas in them. Somebody got a banana and everybody else was like, I want some of those. There's a place near here called Bryant's Botanicals. I think it's over at Shelbyville. And they sell those things. They sell all kinds of exotics and tropicals. What was it? Bryant'sBotanicals.com. Today's program is not brought to you by that. Like those brackets up there, they need to be painted though. Nice thing about those are probably poplar, which I was talking about earlier, old poplar, which actually has a very difficult time rotting. These trees over here fell on a part of a house. I don't remember which one it was. That's the little park by my house behind those trees. And kind of think that that tree right there is the one with the hornet's nest in it, or had the hornet's nest in it, which I picked up. And well, not all of it fell out, unfortunately. I'm gonna go by there and check. Actually, I'm gonna stop now. So yeah, that tree there is the one with the hornet's nest in it. That is the tree I was looking at. Where is the remains of the hornet's nest? There's still just a little, one piece of it left to fall. And I just keep coming over here and seeing if it's down here on the ground. But I'm gonna look up for it first. Well, it's getting hard to see where it was. Also, I'm looking up into the sun. I'm gonna get over here this way. That's the Boys and Girls Club of Kentucky and Indiana. And where is the rest of that? Is it still up there? Ooh, I don't see it. It would be up in there somewhere. No, I'm not seeing it, so let's look around on the ground. Unfortunately, they have just mowed, so if it was laying down here, it would be exploded. What are you doing? Or it's back in here, in which case I'm not going to find it. Yeah, it was right. Oh, no, wait, is that it? No. Wait, is it? Yeah, that's what I can't see. It's too bright. Yeah, I think right. I think that may be the remaining piece that's up there. Anyway, I don't know why I'm showing you this. So, walk around here, and I think I'm going to sign off. Well, I hope you're having a great Derby day, or whatever, great Saturday, and looking forward to a good weekend. Should be pretty the next couple of days, as long as they don't suddenly decide, or it doesn't suddenly decide to rain. Where's my doggy? So anyway, for Dakota, I'm gonna say that's it for this walk. Thanks for coming with me. Oh, the cottonwoods are starting to do their cottonwood thing, where there's a few little pieces just floating around down here. When they're in full tilt, it looks like the underneath from Stranger Things. You see how much faster than a damn horse. Look at me go. I'm a race dog. Let me out there. I'll show the damn horses once a thing or two. This really should be turned into like a field of native grasses and wildflowers. I don't understand the point of keeping this. I mean, I don't think it's been decades since this thing was used for baseball or softball or anything like that. Oh, there goes the banner again. Alrighty, that's it. Have a great one. Let's get those Epstein files released so that Tangerine Idi Amin will stop waging random wars and arrests and other things to distract us from them. Is that a military helicopter? Can't tell. Alrighty, that's it for us. Have a great weekend. We'll talk at you next time.